You're listening to Nick DiPaolo on the Riotcast Network, riotcast.com.
Good evening, everybody. It's a Monday. What else? It's Monday every goddamn day, isn't it? Don't you just wake up and again, my gig's not till 8 at night, but I'm waking up at 8 in the morning going, oh, for Christ's sake. 12 hours till showtime. What do I do in that 12 hours? A little thing called LatinoHousewives.org. What's going on, folks? How are you? Hey, the great Colin Quinn will be joining us in the second hour. You can see Colin, his new show, One in Every Crowd, February 8th through 10th at the Comedy Works in Denver. And he's doing theaters all over the place, too. This guy, seriously, makes James Brown look like Jeb Bush with the energy. That's a pretty good one off the top of my fucking head for a Monday, let me tell you. He is. He's all over. This guy, and when he's not doing it, he comes off the road, then goes down to the Fat Black Pussycat and works on it. He's like Schwarzenegger and pumping iron when he was 11. This fucking guy's got a work ethic, makes me see the goddamn Irish. They're either drunks or they work their balls off, or both. You ever see an Irish guy in a forklift doing donuts for like 40 minutes at $38 an hour? Head to colinquinn.com for tickets and shot glasses. What? No. Tour dates and info, and be sure to follow him on Twitter at I am Colin Quinn. And let me tell you about Quinn and Twitter. If there's anybody going to follow, he figured it out before fucking the guys who invented Twitter figured it out. He puts out annoying. He figured it out. He goes, I can prove how stupid the average person is just by, he's a troll. He's a fucking, he figured out trolling before trolling was even a term. Am I right? Yeah. He'll put out something like, I'm guessing the Super Bowl is going to be pretty exciting. There's a lot of good players on the field. And just watch people fucking snap for the next 3. So we got him from 9 to 10. Obviously, you know, from SNL Weekend Update. And, of course, Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. Not to mention a bunch of other products and that you guys have never seen, that never saw the light of day. Cop Show, okay? It was an online series, which is another way of the industry to fucking jerk you off and make you work 18 hours a day and not pay you. That thing was funnier than Andy, what's his name? Sandberg? What's that stupid show he does on Fox? 9/11?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, fucking unfunny.
Brutal.
Okay, brutal. But he's still, you know, this Cop Show thing. Do you ever see it, Brendan? Online, Cop Show?
I have not, no.
Do yourself a favor. And I'm not just saying it because I know Quinn. You want to laugh your balls off?
Sure.
I'm telling you. I almost had a hashtag Me Too moment on the set. You guys, I'm working to you. On the set of what, Cop Show. There was a scene where there was a dead hooker, or maybe just an attractive girl in the bed. There was blood all over the walls and shit. And of course, I said, this looks like a tampon commercial gone bad. You know, and everybody's cracking up, and a couple girls are nervous and shit. I mean, this was back in the day when you could say shit like that, like 12 months ago. Excuse me, I have phlegm because I smoked 7 cigarettes today before noontime. It's amazing what tension will do. Can't wait for Quinn to get in here so I can punch him right in his skinny ribs. The guy is one of the best. And if you don't like his comedy, seriously, I use it as a barometer. You don't like comedy. I say that about him and who else? That's right, Soupy Sales. 866-969-1969. 866-9-goddamn-69-1969. Why the anger during the number? Well, I'm a Patriots fan, so go fuck yourselves. Next week, which means this week, again, it's crack staff, Andy Fiore putting that together. That will be this week, Bobby V's on Saturday night, Windsor Law, Connecticut. What did you do? Just copy last week's copy? You're such a mumalook. February 23rd and 24th, I'll be at Governor's, Levittown, New York. March 3rd, Uncle Vinny's, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. March 9 and 10th, Side Splitters, Tampa, Florida. Go to nickdip.com for ticket information. And Twitter, again, lick my white European balls for keeping me at the same number for the last fucking month. Seriously. I know what you're doing. I used to add 10 a day without even trying. You motherless fucks. You didn't like, and I'm going to keep saying this. Just fucking delete my account, you fucks. Do it, Dorsey. And you other high-tech fucking goo gobblers. Fucking elitist assholes. Anybody see the fucking T-Mobile commercial?
Ugh.
Thanks for the morals lecture. Now, why don't you lick my white European bag? When I say white, I mean there's some white pubes on it. It's not Hey, my sister did like Ancestry.com. I'm as much British as I am fucking Italian. So what do you think of that? I wish Patrice was alive. I'd throw that in his face. You ain't fucking white, man. What the fuck? I got more British in me. On my mother's side, apparently. I'm not proud of that. I'd rather be a Ginzaloon. 866-969-1969, the phone number. Fiore threw me this story. Yeah, I might even save it about Doritos. It's pretty funny. Let's get right to it, folks. I don't feel good today. I have a fucking, I have a hangover from the Super Bowl.
Going for it all into the end zone, and it is caught. Alshon Jeffrey for the touchdown.
Yeah, terrific. You know, and this is a beef. Bill Belichick, supposedly a defensive genius. That's how he made his name at Cleveland and at the Giants. Defensive genius. And I've been making this argument for a few years now, way before this Super Bowl yesterday. He never gives Brady the fucking defense he deserves. When's the last time, even when Brewski was there and Ty Law, that was the last good defense I can remember. Since then, Brady's had to put up 48 points a game. Seriously. And the Malcolm Butler thing, not that I would have made it. By the way, kudos to the Eagles. That's a sports town. I don't give it, and I like that they flipped a few cars and lit a few fires. That's Philadelphia. And you know what? I mean, that's a football town for the most part. And seriously, like I said, I'm 56 years old. I've experienced first half of my life so much bad Patriots team, and that I'm fulfilled with. So I don't care. It bothered me last night for about an hour, and actually kind of, you know, yay for a football town. But I'm just pissed that if that defense showed up for fucking 2 quarters. Brady threw for 505 yards. I'm reading the articles today. Hey, Mr. Costello, Brian Costello, you write for the Post. Why don't you grow the fuck up? Your hatred of Tom Brady and the Pats makes me sick. But I have to read one time how Foles outdueled. No, he didn't. Brady threw for about 130 yards more than he did. So stop it with that nonsense. But Jesus Christ, give Tom Brady the defense that he deserves. Why aren't the phones lighting up at this point? Brendan, is the thing plugged in? The phone machine? 866-969-1969. But you got to give props to that's a football town, Philly. A great sports town. And seriously, there's worse towns to lose to. If I lost to San Diego or anything in California, I would have fucking, you know, Kaepernick, something like that. But I'm still, you know, it still didn't sit well. I actually had a Brady football jersey that somebody gave me. There's this Asian kid that hangs out. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Am I saying this guy was Middle Eastern? Actually, a Muslim. He works with my sister at the hospital in Massachusetts, and he went to some fake Chinese website and got me. You know, they make these like NFL like official jersey for like you can get them for like $20. He gave me a Brady one. I've never worn a quarterback's number on a T-shirt. You know, I played defense in high school, and but you know whatever. I fucking even you know I played offense too, but quarterbacks are always fags. Except for Brady. I'd give him a hand job tonight if he walked in here. But it would have been a blow job about a week ago. But no, I mean, the guy puts up but Foles, I mean, come on. You got to be, You got to give them their props, do you not? I think you do. But the Malcolm Butler thing, I wanted to get to that real quickly. Malcolm Butler was the hero against Seattle in that Super Bowl a couple years ago. And he's a great cornerback. I mean, but he was in the doghouse all year. I don't know if he asked for more money or whatever. But here's the thing. He didn't play a snap, right? He played 98% of the snaps during the regular season. Do you realize that? Didn't play a snap yesterday. And then I read in an article, and they just threw it in there, and they just mentioned it in passing. They said he was a day late getting to the Super Bowl in Minneapolis because of a hospital situation. I don't know. You can interpret that a million ways. Was he in the hospital? Did he have the flu? Was his mother dying? Did his dog? Whatever. Let me tell you something about Bill Belichick. Even if it was Malcolm Butler's mother dying on an operating table, if the Super Bowl is not your priority that day or the day before that, whatever, one day late, you're not fucking playing. It was just mentioned in the article like in passing, and it jumped out at me because Belichick, do you remember? Wes Welker. Wes Welker made a joke about Rex Ryan, infatuation with feet. Yeah, next thing you know, Welker was on his way out. So I'm telling you. And I think we could have used Malcolm Butler yesterday. That guy Rogue did all right, but he got burned for a few. And and I guess it was an entertaining Super Bowl. But I, being a selfish bastard that I am, I said to my wife, I'm not going to be happy unless we're up by 3 touchdowns at halftime. I don't need another nail biter, okay? And me and my brother-in-law argued against a bunch of other guys in the room probably a month and a half ago about the Patriots defense. It's going to let them down in the end, and they fucking sure did. Anyways. Our Father who art in heaven at Gillette Stadium. Oh, those goddamn Eagles. But they did it right after the game. They torched a few cars and fucking, you see the guy, you see him standing on the canopy at the Ritz? Who would have guessed that caved in? I saw a clip online a couple of years ago of about 150 Israelis at a wedding in Israel, and a dance floor caved in at a hotel. So who the fuck would have thought canopy couldn't hold a bunch of fucking cheesesteak eating? Did I mention Colin Quinn coming in later? I gotta stop with the cigarettes, man. It freezes up. Anyways, I play the Alfred Jeffries touchdown. That's when I knew things, and that was early in the game. That was like in the second quarter. I was like, ooh, that kind of made me. And then midway through the third quarter, and I don't want to bust your chops. Again, I gave you Eagles your props, but that was not a catch in the third quarter. That ball was loose in the guy's hand going out of the back of the end zone. And don't look at me with any I'll argue to you blue in the face. If you've been watching football all year, if it moves one cunt hair, it's been called incomplete. Guy was juggling like he was an epileptic with a fucking... Please. And you know why? And you know why the refs went both ways against the Pats? And here's my theory on this. And again, if you don't like it, you're not following sports. There's been all this talk this year about how the referees in the big games, the close calls favor the Patriots. They wanted to break that reputation, and they did. And let me tell you, it's like a coach bullying. You know, you watch a basketball game, there's a coach all over the referees for certain calls, and then the calls start going. They get into the refs' heads. I'm telling you, that's what happened there. Not that it made a difference. I'm not taking anything with like an Eagles ruling. You don't think that would have happened, Fury? I don't like that look. You look like fucking meathead after Archie made a good statement. That's what that was. That was a case of America going, oh, the Pats get all the calls. Goodell's in cahoots. Excuse me. And that was not. That ball was. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That Peterson did a great job. That call down on the goal line, that little flea flicker. I mean, that was ballsy. But they're going, what courage? I'm going, what are you talking about? What courage? It's early in the game. It's the Pats. You better put up some points. Chris, what's his name that does the color commentary?
Collinsworth.
God, why can't I think of that? I was going to say Christofferson. What is going on with my goddamn Advil PM? It's making me a fucking moron. What else did I want to mention real quickly about the game? Oh, how about 1,151 total yards? Not only a record for the Super Bowl or playoffs, but a regular season in an NFL game. Did you realize that, Fiore?
I did not.
How about Brady going 28 of 48? If his defense showed up for 5 minutes, he could have won the goddamn game.
Yep.
505 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, he should retire because he's 40. Hey, lick it. And Foles was terrific. 28 of 43, 373. That's embarrassing, Patriots defense. I was all upset about Patricia leaving, but I don't think it's his fault. I think, So, yeah. When that Alshon Jeffrey made that touchdown catch at the end of the first quarter, I knew. I was like, ooh, I don't like that. That's what I saw during the regular season. But both defenses stunk, did they not? Brady was just throwing it up to Amendola's like he almost had to call a fair catch on one. It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Very entertaining for the average moron who doesn't like to see any defense. Yeah. I agree. But Tom Brady deserves a fucking defense. You are correct, sir. I know I am. Let's go to Matt in Ohio, a state that knows football at the high school level. How are you, Matt?
How's it going, Nick?
What's going on, Bill?
Wanted to put in a call as a obviously very non-biased party. Unfortunately, I'm a Browns fan. We'll never be in the Super Bowl, so kind of just sharing my thoughts on it a little bit.
I forgot about the goddamn Browns. I want to see Cleveland in this, by the way. I mean, Cleveland is the NFL. Paul Brown, all that shit back in the day. I mean, we got to get, you guys got to do something. Have your owner sell coke to kids, whatever, crack, cocaine. Go ahead.
I'm hoping so at some point, but it's just some of the internet memes and commentary around Brady just kind of makes me laugh. People saying that, Patriots lost the game because of Brady, which is complete shit. I mean, 500 yards. The guy didn't throw an interception. He looked great all game.
Yes,
if anybody lost that game, it was single-handedly Bill Belichick not putting a defense around the best quarterback to ever touch a football.
Thank you very much. I feel the same way. Let me just interject here, Matt. I'll let you go on. But they kept saying how the Pats defense made a turnaround after week 4. The statistics got better. Now they're like fourth, second, giving up point. You know why that is? They were never on the field. The fucking Brady offense, seriously. Somebody wrote a great article about it. Broke it down. They were never on the field all season, thanks to Brady doing his 11-minute drives. So you make a good point.
No, I agree. And when you really stop to think about it, it is impressive how well Foles played, but let's be honest. Brady threw up more yards and more numbers against a better defense than Foles did, which is to be expected. People tend to forget that the Eagles' defense is pretty damn good.
Look, anybody that was bad-mouthing Tom Brady's performance yesterday was probably a backup dancer for Justin Timberlake.
Absolutely agree.
I think you get my drive. All right, Matt. Thank you for the call.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate it. Ohio knows this shit. Let's go to Mike in Boston. Mikey in Boston, my hometown. Mike, your thoughts on the game?
Hey, Nick.
What's going on?
Not too much. I agree with the Butler thing. I had heard that he had also missed 2 curfews along with the late thing. So obviously, even if it was his mother, he missed 2 curfews.
Wait a minute, Mike. Now hold on. Hold on, Mike. 2 curfews when? During the season or during Super Bowl week?
No, during the Super Bowl week.
Wait, but okay. So that would eliminate my theory of him getting down there a day late. Yeah, no.
I heard a day late and 2 curfew misses. So yeah, basically 3 strikes.
Oh my God! Once again, we have black lifestyle versus white. Seriously, that's what it comes down to.
No.
Fucking culture. Take your job seriously.
Yeah, you know how that works. It's always worked that way with Belichick.
Good for Belichick. I hope that's true, Mike. I swear to God, I'm on Belichick's side 1,000%.
Yeah, no, supposedly somebody who was at the game last night was next to Dion Lewis's wife, and she said that. So they said, why? I swear to God, Nick, I swear to God.
Who was it, OB from Southie? Who was next?
I know.
Oh, that's good.
That's what they had said. But in addition to that, Rowe played like shit. The defense sucked all year.
Yes.
It wasn't a surprise. People predicted a 30-something to 30-something game, and it worked out. Our quarterback didn't catch as good as their quarterback, even though he was drafted as a catcher. It was just. I also applaud the Eagles fans, and Belichick stand by his roots, by his things, and he didn't.
Yeah.
He said, "Screw you, you're not playing." That's
no, and it wouldn't have made it. Look, it does. He played 98% of the snap, but Butler got burned a few times during the season at the beginning. And I'm a Butler fan, by the way. He plays with a lot of heart and shit. But let me tell you something. I just love that, man. You can't argue. How can you argue with Belichick's philosophy or the Patriots' philosophy up to this point? You really can't. You're late for a couple meetings. You're not fucking playing. You're lucky if you...
No.
Right.
And then one other thing, just on the whole game, but the first drive, they throw 8 times, and they get down the goal line. Second down, they run. They get stuffed, and then they throw. They don't complete it. They settle for a field goal. It's like, stick with what works.
Well, no, I understand that. It's a little predictable. I agree. On that, on the second down or third down when they run, it really is that's a purpose run to set up your pass. But everybody does that, so that's predictable now. You know what I mean?
Agree.
That off tackle run on fucking third down. I always go, here it comes. They're going to run off tackle. Are the defenses and players that stupid in the NFL that they don't know that that's a setup for the fucking? I don't know. All right, Mike. Good call. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Take it easy. Jimmy in Manhattan, you son of a bitch. How you doing, Jimmy?
I miss you, man. You were brilliant in Cop Show, by the way.
I'll tell you, I was a cop for 4 years in high school.
with the brownie beret.
That's right. That's right. The green beret. Yeah, that's right.
I just want to write your biography. That's all. No, I just missed you. You know what I thought about the game? I had to listen to it because I had to work last night. But that catch in question, I was listening to the Philly broadcast on Sirius.
Yeah.
And even the guy was trying to say it was a catch, but the way he was explaining it, he was bullshitting.
He was what?
He was like bullshitting. The catch, that catch, that bumbled up catch that Philly guy made.
Yeah.
I think it was the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the ball. Oh, which one are you talking about? The ball that was.
What's his?
At the end of the. If you're talking about the guy that was going out of the. Oh, you're talking about Hurts. Yeah, the tight end.
The Hurts catch.
Yeah. I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know how to roll that one either. I didn't get mad even as a Pats fan. I go, whatever. He stayed with it. Go ahead. Wait, let's get Fiore in here, Giants fan.
Because they set the precedent against Pittsburgh that very play. After it broke the plane,
it was not a catch.
It was not a catch. So it just goes to show they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to call it.
And then they go, he's a runner at this point.
Right.
When did that come into play?
They're making it up as they go along.
Yeah, they are actually. So, and I've solved the catch thing 10 times over on this show, many times. You go back to what it was in the 70s. Guy's got his hand around the ball. 1 potato, 2 potato. It's a fucking catch. I don't care where his feet are. If they're on the ground, in the air. Look up the definition of possession. It's 9/10 of the law, for Christ's sake. All right, Jimmy, thanks. I got to take a break and take a dump. All right. Maybe we'll take one more. Keith in Long Island, your thoughts. He's a Giants fan, but I'm sure you felt like most New Yorkers. You hate Philly, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this guy Foles can win the Super Bowl and catch a ball for a touchdown on that flea flicking play.
Well, Jesus, let's not make people make it out to be a great catch.
Tried it, and Brady, he didn't drop the ball, and his hand was injured.
I know.
Listen, I was shocked. I mean, Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, and this whole thing with the not playing Butler, there's got to be a lot more to it because you know what? If he's missing meetings during the week of the Super Bowl, if I'm the owner, I'm going to be like, I don't care. Get this guy in there. We need to win. That's it.
That's not how it works in the Patriot way, Keith.
Really?
Yeah, really. Maybe you noticed the 5 rings on Brady's fingers. We do shit the white way. I mean, the right way.
Everyone's always in line, but, I mean, if you have a good player that,
no, that ain't how fucking... You sound like a fucking millennial. You don't change your philosophy of life.
No. I'm looking to make money and stuff like that. I'm a capitalist. I am no millennial.
No,
man.
millennial doesn't have nothing to do with not making money. I thought you were a young kid. That's what I was saying.
No, man.
No, all right. No, you gotta. I know, but
if you're trying to win a game, you
don't
if
get
have
it.
Your assholes and your idiots on the team that act up and shit like that.
But you don't, Keith.
The Super Bowl.
Keith, you're sounding like a Keith. You're sounding. I got to be honest with you. You have no idea the Patriot way. If you're an asshole or a clown, even if you're the greatest player on the team, you don't fucking play in New England. And that's how it goes. That didn't cost him the game, by the way. Butler's a good cornerback and shit.
No, it was. I mean, it was a really close game. And I was talking to my friends too. I was like, no, the Patriots are going to pull this out. Philly's going to make a mistake, and the Patriots going to capitalize on it. It's going to turn in the second half. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was like.
All right, Keith.
I was like, and it was hard enough to watch the fucking game with the fucking goddamn political commercial.
Ah, please. I mute them. I noticed that when I was 11 years old. Thank you for the call, Keith.
I flip for the porn channel doing the,
All right.
And go back to the game.
Take it easy.
All right, take care.
All right. Yeah. Those commercials are just the one that I actually unmuted was the T-Mobile thing, and I almost flipped in my recliner. I leaned back, I grabbed my dog by the throat. It's in the hospital right now. I took it out on a fucking bull mastiff. No matter what your skin color, we don't care where you suck a bag of fucking cheese. T-Mobile. I would not use your product. Boy, it was fun watching Whitey look like a dope in every commercial. It's the globalist thing. It really, take away TV, they don't have a fight. The phones are fucking lit up. This is why I hate to go into sports on the top of the show. It turns into Mike and the Mad Dog. But there's so many up there. I'll take a few more. I'm going to take like 2 or 3 more when we come back. But I want to get into other stuff. Like what? Well, how about an NFL Colts linebacker get killed by a twice-deported illegal alien? Yeah, but let's bring back those sanctuary cities. Yeah, but Indianapolis isn't not the point. Goddamn Marlboro Lights. Imagine what the Reds do to your lungs. Anyways, I'll take a few more calls, about the Super Bowl. But yeah, a twice-deported illegal alien kills Edwin Jackson, linebacker, and the guy, helping him. And we also got Adam Schiff, the guy who I'm going to punch in the face if I ever see him in person. You know, the little pencil neck geek who looks like Charles Grodin when he was 12? The guy that thinks that fucking Trump is colluding with Russia still, this guy. He was on the Sunday morning shows making an ass of himself. And I also have a couple other things. Gender-bending chemicals found in plastics, which explains why I have a clit on my forehead. Back after this.
You're listening to the Nick DiPaolo Show on Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103.
Sirius XM, Faction Talk 103.
Oh, yeah.
That's quite a song.
I love that song.
I always love Uncle Cracker.
Speaking of Uncle Cracker, Colin Quinn's with us. Final segment on a Monday. Go see him at the Comedy Works in Denver, which is probably one of the best clubs in the country, no doubt about it. It was run for me by a bunch of chicks who were about, I'd say, 5'4", 360 on average, and they yelled shit out. I had the nerve to go after their frame and their BMI, and I was kicked to the curb by the bitch that ran that place. But he'll be there February 8th through 10th. And go to ColinQuinn.com for tickets. He's also selling Colin Quinn shot glasses, which I was surprised. This guy hasn't touched alcohol in 100 years. And on Twitter, at I am Colin Quinn, and there's no funnier Twitter account. He figured it out before the guys who invented Twitter. I mean, just you were the first troll, is what you were.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Right?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? Before the word troll was invented.
No, it's true. I
really believe that.
People were taking me. People were very angry. It was more fun when people were threatening me at the time, But now everybody caught on. That's the only problem.
Only a guy from Brooklyn would say that. It's fun when they were threatening me. Let's go to a regular caller. He's actually, I'd have to say, one of the top 3 stars as far as callers go. Nathan from Connecticut.
I know this guy.
He'd like to talk to the great Colin Quinn. Say hi to Colin, Nathan.
Oh, yes. Hello, Colin. Wow, this is truly, I must say, an honor to speak to you.
Oh, thank you. But I feel like I've listened to you on the show before. I feel like you're overdoing it a little bit. You're taking it up a notch. Now it's
maybe
becoming a
because,
caricature.
Nick called me a star, and I have not been a star.
It's gone to your head, yes.
I was Employee of the Month in September of last year.
Doing a little writing before the show, maybe?
Colin,
yes.
This is terrific. A man like you, I mean, you saw, I had to look you up to some of your credits.
Sure.
Tough crowd. I've never seen that show, but that was a wonderful show.
Thank you.
My dad.
I know that comes from the heart.
No, it does. It does.
Never seen it, but it's a
dad-
wonderful show.
My dad and I love old movies. We watched a movie called Concrete Jungle. Do you know?
Oh, sure I do. That's where Rock Around the Clock, the first time they ever played that was in Concrete Jungle.
And just for that reason, I don't like it.
Yeah. Bill Haley in the Comets.
To me, there is it's interesting because you kind of have
It's called the Asphalt Jungle, though. But it's
Asphalt.
John Ford.
No, sir. This is the one with Sidney Poitier.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I know that one.
I know the one with Bob Denver. Go ahead.
John Ford was the teacher, and Sidney Poitier was the thug student.
Oh, I was referring to
Glenn Ford, and Sidney Poitier.
Yes. He was
Gerald
the
Ford.
teacher. And you remind me of Glenn Ford a little bit.
Thank you.
And a tough crowd. And
Diane Ford was in there.
Nick was the hoodlum that you were trying to keep from doing the.
That's funny, yeah. I can see what you're saying.
But it was terrific. And do you ever perform with Nick maybe on his tour?
We have performed together. We might, I was thinking eventually if we decide to do bigger venues, we would perform together. Yes, I could see that. We've done it before. It always works out good when we perform on the road together.
Well, would you be able to possibly bring in Jeff Dunham, the famous ventriloquist? Because my dad and I love him as well.
Oh, geez. You got to keep it subtle. This is, you can't go too big. We don't buy it.
Well, sir, I appreciate that. But the reason I wrote that earlier because
I know,
and I'll tell you why. Because I tried to have bullet points, so I'm not.
I understand. But you can't go for Jeff Dunham.
And well, the reason I say that is because, sir, we love Jeff Dunham, and you remind me of maybe a younger version of Walter, his puppet.
Oh, brother.
And that said, sir, and with much respect to you, and speaking to you is like speaking.
All right, thank
See,
God.
That's the problem.
Mickey Mantle.
All right, Nathan, thank you for calling, buddy. You got to keep it subtle.
Thank you, Nick.
You got it, man.
Subtle. I'm not sure what that means, but I will try.
Okay.
It means you don't come on like doing too big of a character.
You know why I'm laughing? Because my wife said I felt like he was doing a character last week. That's what my wife said.
Yeah. Fame has gotten to him.
Anthony,
he's sitting all day. He's clearing. He buys lozenges before he goes and makes the call.
Doesn't he sound like Sam Greenfield, though?
He did when I see him on the show, but
Yes.
now I'm telling you, he's almost like Reagan.
No, I'm laughing because I knew.
He's chewing
I
up
knew
the
you were going
scenery.
to pick it up.
He's chewing up the scenery.
He's chewing up that's lingo. That's showbiz lingo. Chewing up the scenery.
He's like this. He's taking 10 minutes. It's like, come on.
He's chewing up the scenery.
Got to bring it back. And then
last
the
guy to
Jeff
say
Dunham
that,
thing was a
Roman
disappointment.
Polanski.
I thought he's.
Didn't he say that about somebody? Remember I described my underwear? I had a couple of them for you after the operation.
Oh, yes.
I said they look like Sharon Tate's throw pillows. Why'd I pull that out of nowhere? I don't know. I know what Quinn likes. Anthony in Dublin has a request for Colin.
Boy.
Anthony, what?
Evening, Nick, and hello, Colin.
Hello,
How are
Anthony.
you? Dublin.
You know, I think comedy's getting a bit tame now. I went to see one of my favourites, and it just shows that something like Tough Crowd, where you can speak freely and not be worried about Twitter rage or anything like that's important. Like, it was a 5,000 sellout show, main arena here, and I thought the guy was being a little bit careful. It was still a good show, but it wasn't as good as his earlier stuff at all.
Who?
And Jim Jeffries.
Oh, Jim. I don't get it. Sorry.
Like, it was like he was being safe. I think
he is safe. He is safe. He makes fun of people on the right. You understand? He's a lefty in the United States. There's nothing edgy about that. Political correctness comes from the left. He's coming from a safe place, and it just fuck. I don't get it. I would like to like that guy, but there's nothing dangerous about his drinking stories. And
George Carlin said he never thought he'd see the day when the censorship came from the left before he died.
Carlin said that? Yeah, well, he's to blame. Some of it. Right, Anthony?
Well, I thought he was being safe with his filthy stuff, even like trying not to offend women or anything. He was being.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, that's a new thing now. Yeah, but it's oh yeah.
Okay, then you know what? He has no balls as a comedian because I thrive to offend fucking women. I think I actually hate him. It's been said of me. I don't buy it.
We should go to Dublin and do a show.
Thank you, Anthony.
We should do a show.
5,000 seats, 60 quid euros a ticket, and it's.
Listen, don't make us angry. I did a show in Dublin. I was there this last 3 months ago at that park at the Vodafone Comedy Festival, Anthony.
You know what? It's my own fault. I'm not following things on Twitter. I only recently got on that, but I've missed loads. I only heard Bill Burr was here when he was actually going on stage. I was in the car. That's when I heard about it.
Well, you'd come. You think me and Nick would sell well over there?
I think, yeah. And Doug Stanhope said last week a show with Nick, himself, yourself, Joey Diaz. That'd be just fantastic. Like, there's too much safety in comedy.
First of all, so we don't like you booking. Why'd you book Joey and Doug? Yeah, trying to chop up my money already.
It was on the show last week.
I understand, but I don't know why you had to book him. I'm booking this show. I said me and Nick, and you're like, yeah, Joey, Doug. What are you trying to? He's trying to crowd up the room. I want that money. I want that 5,000 quid or whatever the hell it was.
Well, 5,000 seats at 60 euros a pop, sold out.
5,000 seats?
Jesus.
I'd fill the first row. You guys would have to fill the rest. 5,000 seats? Jesus Christ.
We may have to get Dar O'Brien to headline.
He's not even that good, but he can fill a place that size as well.
Sure he can.
Well, what the fuck?
I feel like
somebody
Anthony's...
teach me how to fill a 5,000 seat room. Seriously.
I think Anthony's just calling to torture us.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony, for the call. Nice talk. You break it up.
Listen, you bastard. You fuck it.
5,000 seats.
For fuck's sake.
Jesus H. Christ. I'll be at fucking Bobby V's this weekend. That's not even 5,000 square feet. The fuck, you?
Get this through your head, you. Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
5,000 seats. Come on. Give me 1,500.
I'm pretty impressed that you get callers from Dublin like that.
Well, you should be. This is an international show.
I see that.
I got another guy from Poland. I'll be calling in a few minutes.
I know the guy, the regular. Hey, listen.
He's up in Albany.
All jokes aside with Anthony, though, we should go to Dublin. I mean...
You should. Nobody knows me over there.
What do you mean? You got the radio show. We'll promote it for 3 weeks.
Okay, we got one guy to come.
Anthony will spread
bring
the word
your family,
with his friends.
Anthony. Well, then again, you're right. Irish, you might bring 400 people.
Yeah.
It's a good parent. I love how you called fucking Nathan. He's laying it on a little too heavy. Oh you were the best guy to put on for that.
Because I know the show, that's why. So
let's go to a female named Lou from Pennsylvania has a question about Tough Crowd. You know. Hey,
Hi,
Lou.
Lou.
Go ahead, Lou.
Hi, guys. How are you?
How are
Pretty
you?
good. What are you on, a CB radio? Come on.
No, I'm on my phone. Isn't
right.
it good?
Go ahead.
No good?
It's all right now.
I know you talk about Tough Crowd and everyone wants it back and loves it, but if you did it today, if you could do it today, like, what comedians would you have on? Would you put new ones on?
Janine Garofalo.
I'd put, I tell you what I wouldn't put on. Chip Chipperson.
All right. Oh, come on.
There's no way Chip would be on that show. I'm telling you right now.
So you don't want success. Is that
He would not be welcomed in the building. I'd do what the security guards did to Kevin Hart last night. I would have them do to Chip.
Strong arm him out of there.
Yeah.
I didn't see how that.
I mean, there's so many comedians now. Tough Crowd actually would be something to watch because there's so many more than there was when we were doing it. I mean, there's thousands and thousands.
That would be able to. Who would be on that show that would be able to do that? Most people are PC. You know what I mean? Like who do you?
Yeah, but I mean, if once people get in the right atmosphere, they would let it fly, even accidentally.
Yeah.
And remember the rules we had. The rules we had on Tough Crowd. No applause from the audience. I didn't even get applause when I came out. I said no applause. No applause from the audience.
Right.
So you can't go for
Need it.
applause.
Right.
You either went for laughter or you got silence. That's one of the most important rules that comedy
There
needs.
you go. Okay.
You're laughing or you're not.
Can you imagine anybody else thinking of that?
No applause. So I think that would really, it changes the comedians because suddenly they're like, oh, I'm not going to get applause for saying this. So they're just trying to be funny. And back to the original nature.
And I think I still follow that rule. I took
You
it
always
to such
did.
a heart.
Well, you
No,
and
even on
Patrice always
stage at
did.
comedy because I haven't got applause in years.
You and Patrice never got applause. You guys were just out there. But I'm just saying everybody got into the mindset, no applause. We're going for laughs.
No, I'm just saying, even on comedy clubs now, I get introduced. There's no applause.
That's not true. I've seen you. You can get applause.
Anything else, Lou?
No, I love your show. I love you guys. Have a nice night.
Did you love
Thank
me
you,
in Valley
honey.
Forge?
Oh, she jumped.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what we do. We don't let them linger.
I know.
You give them too much airtime, they turn into Nathan.
Oh, did you have to let it? Speaking of Dublin, what about my poor girl Dolores O'Riordan?
Wish I could understand any of that. Translator? What the
Nah, it
fuck
doesn't
was
matter.
that? I know a guy should have a
Raping me! This is rape! This is rape! This is rape!
Whoa.
You should have that guy on. Aaron Glazer. 30 years old, of Long Island. Up-and-coming comic whose career was shredded when the influential improv group Upright Citizens Brigade booted him over rape allegations, now suing the troupe, claiming reverse gender discrimination. Aaron Glazer, 30 of Long Island, says in his Manhattan federal suit that the UCB should be stripped of the federal money. I didn't know the UCB got federal money received as part of a small business loan for believing, in quotes, hollow and wrongful allegations of sexual misconduct because of its prejudice against men. I haven't met this guy, and I'm with him.
Well,
okay, I'm going a little too far. I don't know
sure
the true
Andy
story.
could give us the lowdown on the real deal.
Well, how did you know that? Because Fiore had
Because he
an
knows that
opinion
whole,
on him.
he knows that world better.
I mean,
than we ever will.
do you believe the allegations, Andy?
He went to improv class with him for 2 years.
Yes, he did. They had a softball team.
In this case, I do believe some of the girls that I also know personally.
Yes.
And
Now,
they've
why?
come forward.
Why? Based on personal animus? Something happened between you and him?
Not at all. I don't actually
Oh,
know him that
DNA.
well. He's got a
DNA
very
evidence.
bad reputation, and
Based on his picture. Did you see his picture?
Well,
in the
yes,
post?
he's guilty.
that should make you hate him.
Glazer hosted a sold-out monthly stand-up show. He was accused in August 2016
Every
of
show's
drugging and
sold out.
raping, at least, I know, it's 11 seats, 2 fellow comics. He says he never learned the identity of his accusers. Is that true? Well, then how the fuck can you say he's guilty? One woman anonymously told the website Revelist that they had drinks together, and then she woke up in his apartment having non-consensual sex. When Jasmine Pierce, a writer of The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, called Glazer a rapist on social media in August of 2016, he slapped her with a $38 million lawsuit. He dropped that suit in September, telling Jezebel.com that he ran out of money, so he really is a UCB guy.
Yeah.
So why do you, Andy, you
He can't
Quinn.
disclose, but he knows all these people. Trust him. Look at the guy. He doesn't look like he'll throw a goddamn roof. He'd try to do that to you or me if he get away with it.
Remember when the Chinese were putting
And guess what? When they were putting what?
They were putting the date rape drug. They were painting toys with it.
Hypnol?
Spanish fly?
They were painting the
Spanish
fucking
fly.
Spanish
Wait,
fly.
my
Who are you,
age?
Bill Cosby? Date rape drug in the paint that they paint toys with. I got caught stirring a girl's gin and tonic with a Barbie doll.
And when the girl caught me, he said, well, it still affected Barbie. It knocked her out.
Well, okay. Again, should I read on here, or are you guys already convicting this
We're
guy?
convicting him.
Really?
I mean,
But here's why I don't like it, Andy. Listen, okay? Let me just read a little. The comic says he performed with UCB for nearly 10 years until he was called into a meeting at his Midtown office August 12, 2016. There, UCB director Shannon O'Neill and Alex Sidis said, in the past, people, and this is their quote, in the past, people felt as though you have raped them. Glazer claims that the quote, Shannon O'Neill, had labeled Mr. Glazer and this is quotes, privileged white man, and decided that he must be guilty because he looks like other people have been guilty of crimes in the past, the suit says. Glazer wasn't questioned as part of the sham investigation, yet somehow have been convicted of a very, very serious crime, but what is literally a clowncology. I'm sorry, but from what I'm reading, the guy's getting railroaded.
Listen, that quote made me sick, too.
It should.
Privileged white man, yes. We're the prototype.
Yeah,
And
of rapists.
But
you can say that on the
that
show.
being said,
and it'd be
but that being said, still he knows there's a lot of talk about him.
But I do agree that
lot of talk
mob
about him.
mentality did convict him before
Mob
any
mentality.
sort of due diligence.
Right.
Yes,
But,
that's
you
my
know-
point. Let's get him in here and find out. No? Hashtag me too?
It's your show.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't that be?
I've heard.
You've heard what? He's gonna rape me? What the fuck have you heard?
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
It's been my favorite show of the year. Brent, seriously, mark this one down. Seriously, if I have to send a tape to another radio station.
Plus, what if the guy comes in
Go ahead,
and
Quinn.
he's the biggest hack you ever met, which is the odds are pretty good.
Good chance of that happening.
What are you talking about? The hacks get all the pussy.
Yeah, well,
It's the fucking real comics who,
apparently.
like Patrice, who had to,
Yeah, that's true.
Brendan's got a brother doing time in a Kentucky penitentiary named Soft Serve.
Really? In
Yes.
Kentucky, huh?
Yeah. What's
That's
that?
fu- that's
Which
funny
one is
you-
it, Brendan? Quinn will tell you what the racial makeup is.
That's funny because you don't look like you come from 7 Appalachian generations. He's got that long, lean look.
He does. He's fucking.
I know.
Well, even like my wife's, they're naturally ripped.
Yes.
It's fucking
Exactly.
amazing.
They're from
So,
log,
what
log
was-
rolling for 7 generations
what's
to
the
build their
prison?
homes.
Where is it?
Marion County, Kentucky.
Again, Quinn will break down racially. He'll tell you what the fucking ad seg unit.
I don't know, but I mean, I know that Kentucky is, it's mostly white except for Louisville and Lexington.
Yep,
See?
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's 100%
Where all the best
right.
basketball's played, ironically.
Yeah, right. Well,
this
Lexington's
year.
white. I think Louisville is the only place. Yeah.
Lexington is more gay than black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lexington's like Rip Fifi now, huh?
It's
Yeah?
they are the art city. Let's say.
They got the horses up there, don't they? They got a whole thing going on.
Quinn, I haven't done comedy like in Lexington.
I did it in Lexington at that
How
club.
was it?
Years ago. It was fun.
I
They took
started
me to
at
the
that
game.
club.
You started at that
That's
club?
where I did
What's
my
the
open
club,
mics.
Brendan?
Comedy Off Broadway is the name of the
Yes,
club. Yeah.
that's right. A bizarre.
I remember turning it down because it was off
Used to be
Broadway.
Comedy on Broadway, moved it Comedy Off Broadway.
The guy took me to the UK game,
Who's that? Was it Lee or Scott by chance?
and Kyle Macy was there.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What are you laughing
Were
at?
you there when I was there? I was there in like 2006.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Well, I was in
I
Frankfurt.
was so fat I had to wear.
We have audio of you there.
What's that? Yeah.
We have audio of your first lines on that
good.
stage.
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind.
Well, I knew it was the one state I could get away with that with.
That's Quinn's open.
That and Idaho were the only states I used that to open. Everywhere else it was touch and go.
I'm still trying to buy property right behind Mark Furman's house. He lives in Idaho, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? A lot of cops
those,
do.
A lot of
right?
those California cops moved out there, yeah.
See that? I would love to live there.
That's where, like, what's his name? Like Napoleon Dynamite and all that stuff they shot. All
Yeah,
that
I
stuff.
know. When they ruined that movie.
Oh, my God.
Here's our boy yelling on Hannity
I
show.
can't believe it.
Yeah, but you know what? He's been right on the money. Right on. And then you get Rachel Maddow. Again, looks like my junior high picture. I want to smash her face wide open like a fucking Kirsten Powers.
She got a haircut like John Stockton.
Perfect.
She still looks pretty good.
Kirsten Powers is always, yeah.
I mean, she's really kept herself up.
A lot more you can say.
There's no denying it.
But Gretchen Van Susteren, what was her name?
Greta Van Susteren.
Boy, she was. I love when they replaced her with Tucker Carlson. That was like getting, Tom Brady for Kaepernick. I was so excited. Let's go to Bill. Bill in L.A. hadn't seen The Godfather, Colin, and we said, you have to watch it, and he did watch it this weekend. You believe that? Go ahead, Bill.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Saw the movie. My final review is Stupefacente, Il Maglio. Fuck, I forgot the rest, man. I laughed, I cried, I vomited. Man, it was a great movie.
How good was it?
Oh, fucking amazing, man. When Don Corleone dies, when he gets shot in the up by the car, I had to stop the movie. I thought, no fucking way they kill him off in the movie already. No!
Bill, I don't think you really liked it that much. It's like I saw Star Wars, because here's what happened, Bill. You waited too long and your expectations were too high. I saw Star Wars when I was in my 30s and I could not enjoy it. I had never seen it when I was younger. And I think the same thing happened to me, happened to Bill. I hate Star Wars and he hates The Godfather.
No, I love it. Number one.
No.
Top of the list. No.
Nope. Top of the list should be Mean Streets, then Goodfellas, then The Godfather.
Oh, God, you're too much of a purist.
Mink.
You put Mean Streets ahead of, you know what?
What city are you from? What? Practical man.
Yes. God damn
Hey,
it.
what city do you live in?
Porky's too.
What city do you live in, Bill?
Bill. Los
I
Angeles.
live in Glendora.
Where the hell's that?
I'm about 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Your favorite movie should be The Salton Sea. Remember that one?
Hey, Colin, about your line about not having Chip on
Yes.
on a New Tough Crowd. The only thing I got to say is, Colin, what you doing? Like, always talking on a phone or something?
First of all, your favorite movie should be L.A. Confidential. L.A. Confidential, by the way, is a
Great movie.
amazing movie.
I auditioned for it, by the way.
You did?
Of course
Oh,
I
for
did.
Johnny Stompanato.
Johnny Stompanato. I did an audition in front of a very famous casting woman. She's like 80 years old. The scene where Stompanato, who's the star, who's the star?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe grabs him by the balls in a bar.
That was a great.
I'm grabbing my own balls for this audition in front of an 80-year-old lady. So delivering the lines like I'm in pain. I didn't mean it. I'll fucking do it. Broad's like, okay, nice talking to you. I'm like, that's it. I just grabbed my own bag in front of a 9-year-old lady. You should be at least playing with yourself. That's a true story.
That's hilarious.
I look just like Stompanato.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I did. I mean, when I auditioned for my wife, was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you know who they tend to pick? Larry Storch beat me up.
And your wife told me that she wishes Andy said she wishes she had a daughter like Lana Turner.
Yeah, she better be laughing right now. Goddamn right.
Well, they say she probably killed him and the daughter took the fall.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, gotta get a little malty. What are you gonna do? All right, we got a minute left. Colin, we can't thank you enough, buddy.
Woo!
Fucking always.
I love it, you guys.
Go see him in Denver. What's the dates again? Anybody?
8th through the 10th.
8th through the 10th.
This
Comedy
weekend.
Works. This Jesus, you're doing a lot of traveling.
I promise if he comes to the show, I'm going to try to hit it out of the park for you guys.
I hope so. Last time I saw you, fouled one up to the catcher. All right, listen. All right, that is it for tonight, folks. Congratulations, Philly, you sons of bitches, and you handled the success well, just the way I knew you would. That's about it from here. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. And remember, if you're afraid to say something, say it anyways. Fuck them.